Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Brink of Sanity, episode 406. We're getting to big numbers here. It only took us...
Yes.
Well,
yes.
we have been doing this for 16 years.
This is one episode before the big 407th episode to mark January 2025. I'm excited for that episode.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
So, I'm back. I'm working again, so I'm in a better mood.
You got a job.
So, ready for some stuff.
Jay, you know what? I'm glad you got a new job. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I had some job ideas for you if you did not get a job already, but you already have it. But you want to hear some ideas I had for you?
I'm sure they'll be great. Yeah, let's hear them.
Okay, so these are real businesses, or real business you could have gone into.
Okay.
So the first one I tell you, you really could have been excellent at this, making edible shoes.
What are they, like, made out of jerky?
Chocolate. They're made out of chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay.
Yes, real business that exists. Edible shoes, you can buy them, and I guess.
Wait, this is a real business?
Yeah. I'm reading you. I'm going off of just strange real businesses.
Oh, because I thought that was terrible.
Yeah, well, it exists. I don't know how profitable it is.
Is that
but
for
this is a real
like
business.
is that for like the foot fetish people?
I
Because
don't know. They didn't really specify.
like I can't imagine another scenario. You're not going to wear them outside. I can't imagine they're like they have much give on them.
I found an article on strange real businesses, and one of them was edible shoes.
I mean, I would think it would be under the same blanket as like edible underwear.
Another one, Jay. Do you like to host parties?
Oh, if there's one thing I like is having a bunch of people mess up my apartment and then leave.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, as a business, would you host parties as a business? You don't have to be at your location, like. So here's the kind of party you could host where you can make money.
Okay.
You could host cuddle parties.
I'm sorry.
Real
I thought you
business.
said cuddle parties.
Yes, that's what I said. Yes. Jay, if you want to do the show together, we could cuddle during the show.
So you invite a bunch of people over, and a bunch of people just snuggle with them?
I guess so. It's non-sexual. It's just cuddling. And there are various cuddle events throughout the United States, Europe, Canada, and Australia.
So it's like the Disney version of an orgy.
I guess so. A very scary Disney version of yes. But this is a real business. You could go to a cuddle party website and find a cuddle party near you. It's a real business. And you would be like, hey, Jay, I never really see you working. What do you do for a living? I'm a successful entrepreneur. Oh, what's your business? I run cuddle parties.
So I do a
You're
lot.
like, oh, cool, we're moving. That's great. Bye, neighbor.
I do a lot behind the scenes for the show, posting everything and updating the websites. I think it's only fair that you go to a cuddle party and report back for next episode.
So these two businesses you don't love. Okay. But to my wife, I'm like, hey, no. I'm just going to go to a cuddle party tonight. I'll be back later. Do you mind watching the kids? It's just a cuddle party. You want to get a babysitter and come with me?
It's for the podcast. Then she'll understand.
So another real business.
Yeah.
So a lot of pets get snipped. They get spayed because people don't want lots of dogs or cats running around for their pets, right?
Yeah.
So there's a certain, I guess the business opportunities here is pets kind of feel a little bit like they get snipped. They feel a little bit worse about themselves. So what if the pets could have nudicles? Fake testicles they can put in place, and then the animal feels like their testicles are back.
I mean, I know animals are not as smart as humans, but are they really going to fall for plastic nuts?
Listen, according to the nudicles study, 70% of dogs are happier post-surgery.
Now that's a job. Being the guy
Yes,
who's testing the nudicles.
They said the 70%, there's a plus or minus 70%
Accuracy
plus
rate?
or minus 70%. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They one way. I mean, how the hell do you know if a dog's happy?
It's literally just the guy writing whatever he wants into a notepad.
There are actually pet psychiatrists,
Mhm.
which has to be one of the bigger fraudulent like industries. You're going to talk to my dog and make him less depressed. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna fucking give you money because I'm gonna fall for the scam.
So, Rolf, tell me how you're feeling today. How was your week?
Rocky, do you still have doggy daddy issues?
Oh, his tail's wagging. He's happy. That'll be $50.
Okay. I got two more business for you, Jay.
Okay.
Another one that you could have done. This would be perfect for your move to the burbs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very eco-friendly way to cut grass. You rent out goats. Hire goats is a real business. You have to find a place to store and you have to feed the goats. So, well, I guess the part of having business is feeding them. Yeah, you rent out goats.
It's like, hey guys, I got my lawn mowed. It only took 14 hours and cost me $3,000.
Sir, I appreciate your eco-friendly way of cutting my lawn. It's kind of uneven. Can you convince the goats to do, I don't know, a more like even cut throughout the yard?
No, he kind of just eats one section and then shits on the other. He also eats
and
flowers too, though.
My last idea for you, Jay, in case your job doesn't work out and you want to go into another business or just steal someone's business, is the potato parcel. There's a company out there called Potato Parcel, and they will send anyone a custom message on a potato.
I've actually heard of that one before. So you know what the sad thing about all these businesses are? All these people are wealthier than me.
Yeah, I mean, are
Maybe not the
people
goat
really-
person.
The goat people, I feel like if you live out in the countryside, maybe the goat people are more popular.
Maybe. It seems like the upkeep is a lot. Like most of the products you store in a warehouse, I feel like there's a lot to keeping a goat.
I wish I wish it was like a multi-level marketing thing, because then you have to talk people into getting goats, like, and you have a lot of people with goats under you to make it work. Because I'd love to see like you like trying to convince other people that they have to get goats from you.
A goat pyramid scheme.
Yeah, a goat pyramid scheme. That would be amazing.
See, you make a little money with one goat, but if your parents and your brother and sister all get goats, you get a lot of money.
Right. So you have 5 goats. So you cut 5 lawns. But then 5 people below you have 5 goats. Suddenly you're cutting like the whole neighborhood with all these goats. Oh, you said your area is not zoned to keep wildlife in the house? You just moved to an area that's zoned for that.
You just don't tell them. When's the last time you saw somebody get a ticket for having a goat eat their lawn?
Have you ever wondered why farmers have so much land? It's because goats are such a good business.
I can't believe this is
And
real
listen,
life.
if you get lonely at night, you can fuck the goats.
Well, that took a turn I wasn't expecting. I thought you were going to circle back to the cuddle party.
Yes, you could cuddle with the goats. I don't know where my mind was going. We will not tell anyone if you fuck the goats.
And then you could take the goat to the psychiatrist.
Yes. Yeah.
That's their side business. They're selling out goats that people are fucking and then bringing them to the psychiatrist. It's all the same person. All these businesses are the same person.
They're like, we taught the goat sign language. You're like, shit, I guess I have to kill you then.
I also cut off the goat's nuts, so we have a solution for that as well.
If the psychiatrist figures out I'm fucking the goat's unhappy because I'm fucking him, then this is not going to go well.
Look,
I cannot let the psychiatrist figure out I'm fucking the goats.
If the goat's unhappy, you could send him a potato.
Perhaps, doctor, perhaps the goat's not happy because I'm not fucking him enough.
Well, 5 more sessions and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Jay, have you ever read the ingredients on peanut butter?
Yeah, surprisingly, it's not peanuts and oil.
I mean, you can get peanut butter that's just peanut butter and oil. I noticed one ingredient that I wanted to discuss with you, Jay.
Okay. The one that's just peanuts and oil, by the way, you have to like re-stir it every time you want to have it. It's weird. You open it up and there's just like a puddle of oil on top. It's not the most appealing thing.
You have to stir it you have to stir it with an industrial mixer because you can't your spoon breaks when trying to mix it.
You basically have to make your own peanut butter.
They're like, oh, you want the organic peanut butter? Okay, here's just a handful of nuts. Figure it out.
Right. Here's a shot glass of oil and a handful of nuts. Have fun.
Okay, so I don't have the full. I know what I left it upstairs. My peanut butter, but basically the ingredients were. Tell me if one of them stands out to you.
Okay.
Peanuts, oil.
Okay. You're doing good so far.
Salt.
Okay.
Sugar.
I'm with you so far.
Rapeseed.
Grapeseed.
No. Rapeseed.
R.
R-A-P. The word rape seed.
Is that sperm?
No, a rapeseed, also known as oilseed rape, is a bright yellow flowering member of the family Ross whatever, cultivated mainly for its oil-rich seed, which naturally contains appreciable amounts of uric acid. It's a common ingredient in peanut butter. Rapeseed.
How much you want to bet somebody who named it said it's rape?
Did they name it during the Celebrity Jeopardy?
That's not. Yeah,
sir. We're getting a lot of bad publicity. I think we need to rename the rapeseed. It's rape seed. I'm sorry, people can't. The general public cannot pronounce this word.
That is the worst name for a food I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yes. I don't think you eat rapeseed directly, but it's like ingredient, I guess.
Ingredient. I had that organic peanut butter, and I said, you know what? This is good, but it's missing some rapeseed.
I would love just you're out to lunch with someone one day, and you just like, hey, this sandwich needs a little more rapeseed. I'm gonna go talk to the deli counter.
Can you call the chef over? I have a complaint.
It would be actually, it would be great if you were allergic to rapeseed. That way, at every restaurant, you were like, can you just ask the chef to just make sure, is there any rapeseed in this? We can't have rapeseed in my food. I get terribly sick if there's rapeseed.
I get hives if there's rapeseed in my food.
The waiters were like, I'm sorry, what? Is this a joke? No, it's a medical condition. I'm really offended that you don't even know about rapeseed.
You literally have to have the rapeseed Wikipedia bookmarked on your phone to pull it up at every restaurant you go to.
You literally get kicked out of every restaurant. You're like, I'm sorry, do you have a grill for rapeseed and a grill for not rapeseed? I feel like these things need to be separated because I could die.
What if your utensils touch the rapeseed and then they touch my food? Please make sure. I just want to make sure in this restaurant tonight I'm not raped. Rapeseeded. Rapeseeded.
Rape for short.
Rapade.
Rapade.
You've been rapade.
Is there a way this could be a more offensive? Like, just like, I am shocked. Like, with all the things like the extreme left wing, woke, whatever you want to call them, people like they're like the renaming things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not manhole cover, it's personhole cover. No one's like, hey, what about this rapeseed?
We should start a rapeseed campaign to get that renamed. See how many people jump in.
I think like everyone would be totally in agreement in renaming like abortion Tic Tacs. Like people would be fine renaming that. Not would be a big deal.
We should name it consensual seed.
Consensual seed. Could you imagine also the like people are like, hey, maybe we shouldn't call it rapeseed, and then like you have all these like Republican or the conservative like, man, now this generation's ruining rapeseed for us.
The seeds went woke.
The seeds went. I am not going to get Jif peanut butter until they start calling it rapeseed again.
It's always been like that. It always should be like that. The woke mind virus has infected them.
My great grandpappy ate rapeseed. My pappy ate rapeseed. My uncle ate rapeseed. I eat rapeseed, and my son will fucking eat rapeseed. So, or else I'm leaving this country.
It's rapeseed genocide.
Trump, will you make America rapeseed again? People will be like, "Holy shit, Trump's talking about rapeseed. What the hell did he do?" No, it's actually it's just it's just a flour. It's actually a flour.
It completes peanut butter.
It's actually not as offensive as you would think, even though the president's talking about it.
Do you know what else rapeseed's in?
I would love you to tell me what thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. Is there
Oh,
like
I
a
thought
list?
you like Googled it while we
A
were
list
talking.
of popular foods.
That rapeseed is in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I bet Wikipedia would tell us.
Wait, there's an alternate name for rapeseed. It is much better. Oilseed rape. Much better. I'm glad they solved that problem.
Yes. What products contain rapeseed? Let's see.
I can't believe this is a thing, and I can't believe nobody renamed it.
I cannot believe. I was getting the peanut butter. I'm like, what the hell is that?
The main diseases of the rapeseed crop are canker, as in canker sore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it just gets worse and worse.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, no, I didn't make that up. That's a real thing.
Versatility, you can use it for roasting, frying, deep fat frying, baking, marinating, dipping, drizzling, and sauces. You can get raped in so many different ways.
There's a transgenic rapeseed, so the trans have taken it over. So,
is that real also? I don't know if you're making shit up now.
I could say anything right now. Like, this is like
rapeseed oil is almost flavorless, so this rape is flavorless.
Why are they even putting it in then?
It works great, I think, because of the content of it. Like,
Somebody lost the bet, and they just wanted to have rape on a jar of peanut butter. So, like, let's put this flavorless thing in there.
Someone's like, "Fuck it! I hate everyone. I am gonna convince every chef out there rapeseed is needed for everything. Fucking get rape. Tell me not to rape. Rapeseed's gonna be fucking in everything."
We're doing this right
great.
after the Knicks podcast. I'm just picturing everyone who came here from the Knicks podcast looking at us very differently right now.
It apparently works great in dips, salad dressings, baking, frying, deep frying. You could serve rapeseed at room temperature or cook with it.
All right. Well, we've learned a lot today.
I want to add more. So Jay, prices are kind of expensive for things these days, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You like going to the grocery store and how much everything costs?
No, it's been inflation's been out of control.
I have a way for you to save money, Jay.
Okay.
Do you cook with olive oil, Jay?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you know what's half the price of olive oil? Rapeseed oil. You should go to your local grocer and just see if they have rapeseed. And just the price is less. Economically, like things, the budget, my wallet's tight. My wallet, like I need to protect my wallet. I need to Stop and Shop. Please tell me, please stock rapeseed for me. It's cheaper. It's more economical. I need more rapeseed.
Can you update the rapeseed Wikipedia to say after its appearance on the brink of sanity, rapeseed sales skyrocketed?
Oh, I can actually, but it will take too long while I'm doing the show. But I think I will do that after the show is over.
I mean, who's
Rapeseed-
like keeping track of the rapeseed Wikipedia page? I feel like it would be left there for a while.
We updated James Dolan's Wikipedia page. It was more than a week before people saw we fucked with the names of his songs.
Yeah, we changed all the track listings on one of his albums to the New York Knicks podcast, and like nobody noticed for a full week.
Yeah, we made some funny things on there as well, and no one noticed for like a week. Rapeseed, that's got to be like, I mean, it should really be like a Wikipedia page. Did I leave it? If I change it, it's permanent.
I wonder if it's setting off bells and whistles because two people accessed it on the same day.
Rapeseed alert! Like the company that produces rapeseed's like, holy shit, we've seen a spike in interest. Jay, would you like to? I know you have a good job now, Jay, but would you like to work for a rapeseed company? Like your same job, we'll give you a 5K raise, but same basic job, but your company a big manufacturer of rapeseed. What do you think?
I think it would be hilarious. I'd never be able to tell anybody where I work. I would literally have to say rape.
Oh, what kind of company do I work at? Are you familiar with rape seed?
So you'd have to say the full name like quicker.
The Louis C.K. has a bit about like saying things and act like having to pause in between them, like sneezing. It's just something where you want to say this whole phrase, and it's pretty funny. But it'd be kind of like yeah, I'm a big fan of rape seed.
Right.
You know, you could actually have rapeseed oil intolerance, so you can actually like have an intolerance to it or be allergic to it.
So your dream of having to tell every restaurant is somebody is going through that right now.
Yeah. Apparently, on Food Matters, I have just found this article on Food Matters Live. We're gonna talk rapeseed the rest of the episode.
I'm not naming the episode Rapeseed, by the way.
There was a conspiracy that sunflower oil was being swapped for rapeseed oil without labeling.
Oh my God, that's scandalous.
In the UK, because there was a shortage of I guess, sunflower oil. That would be, what do I do? I'm an investigative journalist. I cover the hardest hitting issues there are. What am I covering now? I can't tell you much, but it involves rape.
Do you think somebody's palate is so advanced that they were able to tell that the oil was switched?
I apparently, I don't know.
How else will they find out?
Maybe we should next episode have a sunflower rapeseed oil tasting test and see how you can do with it.
We might have to throw in a couple others just to, canola and sunflower, just to,
I just want, I don't even care what we do, but I just want the title of the next episode to be taking rapeseed oil orally.
Rapeseed taste test, episode 407.
Well, I am also 100% positive that you rapeseed podcast would be so much more popular than our show. We probably could just quit our jobs and just do the rapeseed podcast like full time.
Every week we try a new food that has rapeseed in it, and we review it.
We fully explore the world of rapeseed. This podcast will exist until they rename rapeseed. I found another article called it's from smartholistics.com or a UK website, but it says the dark side of rapeseed oil. What could that be?
There was a light side to it.
There's a dark side of rape? I did not know that.
Wow. Okay, I think we should move on from this.
Did you know rape is a member of the Brassica family, which includes many of the traditional winter greens, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts? So there's rape is a member of the Brassica. No one wants to change that name.
Well, one of life's mysteries.
By the way, on a totally separate note, I learned this. You know, when websites have like .uk or .ca for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's called like the high level domain or something. I think it's a specific name for that part of the domain.
Okay.
And have you ever seen like websites that say like .ai?
No, I haven't.
You've not seen any website like AI is popular now. Like
So it's an AI run website?
No, so the AI does not stand for artificial intelligence. You know what it stands for? Anguilla.
Okay. So
apparently a big business throughout the world. Every country was given a 2-letter, I don't know if it's 3 or 2-letter like code for like .uk or to identify that nation, website coming to that nation.
Anguilla's traffic just went through the roof.
Apparently, Anguilla's making like $50 million a year selling .ai websites.
Isn't that like their gross GDP?
Apparently, I think it was like 10 or 20% of their gross GDP.
That's insane. That's crazy.
It's just selling AI websites.
Wow.
So like I heard a podcast giving kind of the story about AI about these. I forget what they're called, but they're about these domain. They're something called front or domain, whatever. About these things, and like there's a bunch of nations that have interesting like 2-letter combinations that have become very popular.
Huh. That's it. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So that like where the nation has a whole separate business just selling websites with that dot in it, and they're just random. Like anytime you see something that says like not like .business .government, but like something else like .ai or whatever it is, a lot of times it's a nation that is licensing out or like letting other like websites making money off this basically.
Interesting.
There were some other pretty good examples also. Like the AI one's the one that really stuck out with me. But what were the other big ones? Like the .pc was a popular one. Not now, but many years ago. But it was also whatever country it was. Like the PC was not the personal computer, but like it's just funny that these are all like. It's funny that Anguilla is making $50 million this year, off of like just using their letters for a website.
Yeah. All right, let's go to an email, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Lorenzo writes, "Hey guys, great to have you back. Marks, I wonder how people become necrophiliacs bit seems eerily similar to something that I can't put my finger on. Here's hoping the next 300 episodes do not have a dedicated necro bit each time."
We're gonna talk rapeseed every episode going forward, so we're good.
Luckily, Mark's attention span is that of a squirrel, so he probably already forgot about that bit.
I completely forgot we did that. Yes, I had no idea we did it.
Lorenzo also writes, "Hey guys, I was just listening to Brink number 375, and I asked for your top 3 cheeses. Each of Mark's answers involves some fancy salad combo with the cheese. Goat's cheese and beets, watermelon and feta. So what are your top 3 salads?"
Okay. I can do that, Jay. I will go first.
Okay.
Unless you want to go first.
I could go first. My number 1 is Caesar.
Okay, Julius.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like Caesar salad at all.
Really?
I think it's one of the shittier salads.
Okay. I mean, I know you're a salad connoisseur, so you're gonna have.
I just
list.
like it's like this salad that has like with the Caesar dressing, which it's basically like I might as well just eat a burger then.
Yeah, I don't like salad, so that's why I like Caesar salad.
Well, I feel like it's like if the salad's gonna be so terrible for you that it's not even worth eating, and it's a shitty salad. Okay, I guess you're right. So some salads.
I mean, I don't like tomato. I don't like cucumber. There's a lot in salads that I don't like, so that's why
you don't like tomatoes and cucumbers. What are you, a 5-year-old?
I don't like raw tomatoes, and I think cucumbers are absolutely disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, cucumbers and celery, I think, are like the 2 grossest things on the planet. And beets.
Do your parents just struggle to feed you vegetables growing up?
A bit. I mean, I'll eat like broccoli and cauliflower.
Okay, I mean those are solid ones to eat.
Yeah.
How often do you eat bread? Do you eat vegetables every day, Jay?
Not every day, but I eat them more now that I am with my wife, because she eats a lot of vegetables. So she started by slipping a little bit in, and she's been slipping more and more. And I eat way more vegetables
Slipping
than I used
in?
to.
What does that mean? Is she sticking them in your rectum?
Like she'll make like a stir fry, and she'll throw in like peppers. I don't like peppers, but I'll eat the stir fry because it has it has the peppers in it. But I'll eat the stir fry. Or
Jay, just want to point out, Jay's wife is I've eaten her food before. Amazing cook.
like she made ramen the other day, and I love ramen. She took a handful of kale and threw it in, so then I ended up eating kale. So like she's getting me to eat these veggies. Like,
do you think like next time she does stir fry, can you ask her to throw in a little bit of rapeseed?
So yeah, I do eat a good amount of vegetables now, but that's, if we ever split up for whatever reason, there would be no vegetables in my diet.
Okay, so my number 1 would be watermelon salad.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's watermelon and feta cheese. It's wonderful.
You definitely made that up.
And I'm calling back to the cheese thing.
You definitely made that up.
It's not making up. Look it up. It's a summer salad, watermelon salad. It's
I don't think it is.
I guaranteed. I'll make you a burger bet right now.
I am going to go with my number 2.
Are you not? Are you going to Google it? Just can you confirm I'm correct?
You want to win so bad, don't you?
I do.
Okay, watermelon salad.
The saltiness of the cheese and the watermelon and the sweetness of the watermelon really work magic together.
It's supposed to have feta, cucumber, and mint. So you're not eating a fancy one. Okay.
Okay, I don't eat mint in my salad at home. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am a peasant.
You are only half fancy. My number 2 is macaroni salad.
Oh my god, this is not a set. Jay's like, oh, and I put a little mayonnaise in my pizza, so that's a pizza salad. What kind of crap is it? Oh, I'm gonna put a little bit of mayonnaise in my milkshake. That's a milkshake salad.
What is a salad? Because I feel like the word salad is like thrown around for things that aren't even really salad. It's just you put two ingredients together and it's a salad.
I really guess so. Yeah, I think you're right. I think people are like, how do we market like disgusting macaroni? Call it a salad. And also, potato salad's bad enough. Macaroni salad is just disgusting. It's not good for you, and it's really just repugnant tasting.
It's
Like,
just
if I
elbow
want
macaroni.
I'm gonna put tomato sauce on there.
It's elbow macaroni with mayonnaise.
Yeah,
That's literally all it is. If you get it at a deli, they throw in some like vinegar, I think, or oil, or they make it a
flavor,
little.
yeah.
They make it slimy for some reason.
they make it a little zesty.
Yeah,
So Jay's basically currently doesn't eat vegetables, and the only salad he eats involves mayonnaise being the central ingredient.
pretty much.
Okay, okay.
You can tell why I have two chins.
My second salad would be I'm gonna go with a Greek salad, classic.
What's in a Greek salad?
Greek people. You mince up the Greek people, you put them in the salad, and you're a cannibal. It's tomatoes, onions, feta, Greek dressing. I don't know. You ever never had a Greek salad?
I have. I probably picked half the stuff out.
Okay. I mean, again, you're a 5-year-old. Also, how do you not know what a Greek salad is? It's the most basic thing. It's like me asking you what pizza is.
Especially since I spent 12 years in Astoria, which is like Greek food central.
Right. It's the most basic. It'd be me equivalent of me not knowing what a Caesar salad is. Like you grow up in America, or just like there are a few basic salads you would just know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm completely unfamiliar with a Greek salad.
Right.
Okay. But what's your third?
Lettuce and salad dressing. Nothing else.
Okay. I mean, your list makes me angry.
The look of like dejection on your face.
Oh my god. My third salad is a starter salad. Before you add the ingredients, I really like it. I'm just gonna drink the dressing straight.
All right, what fancy high-end salad
My
do you have?
third high end. I bought a watermelon. Wow. Where'd you get the money for a watermelon, Mark?
You need mint. You need mint for that salad, by the way.
Okay. My third would be a chickpea salad.
Okay.
Chickpeas and salad ingredients. Like you put cucumbers, tomatoes in there. I also put feta cheese in there as well. It comes out delicious.
I noticed.
I make this one myself.
I noticed fetas in all your.
It's all three of them, right?
Yeah.
That is the best cheese for salads.
Okay. Because it's
I
crumbly.
think it's hands down. I know your favorite cheese on a salad is grilled cheese, but
Pretty much. I mean, if there's a tomato in my grilled cheese, I definitely pick it out.
oh my god. Okay, grilled cheese with a tomato is perfection.
Yeah.
How do you? Grilled cheese needs a tomato. It's like peanut butter needs jelly.
No, it definitely does not.
God, it makes it so much better. You go to an open faced grilled cheese sandwich with tomatoes on it. It's just a lovely lunchtime, like Saturday lunch, lazy Sunday afternoon.
So one more email. The brink of sanity.
Jay, do you like avocado toast?
I don't like avocado.
I mean, that is a yuppie. I feel like a jackass every time I want avocado toast, but it is delicious.
I mean, that's why people can't afford houses now. It's because people are eating avocado toast.
Yes, apparently, you buy avocado toast and you're quickly homeless.
Yeah. So the brink of sanity at gmail.com is our email. Lorenzo writes, "Hi guys, what will you be doing to celebrate WrestleMania this weekend? Mark, has your son gotten into the WWE yet? My son just did, and I think he's roughly the same age. It has gotten better lately."
My son is 12. He has zero interest in wrestling. I haven't really tried that hard to get him into wrestling. Yeah, I know. And none of his friends are into wrestling either, so it's not like he in theory, your friends would be into it, so you'd get into it also. I'm not even sure what channel or where to watch wrestling. Netflix is bought wrestling, the streaming rights.
These streaming sites are all buying up parts of sports, and
Yeah.
I don't really like where that's going.
I don't know exactly. I think they bought it's one of the big like wrestling shows.
I
like,
thought
Mon
I thought WWE was Peacock.
What do you mean it's Peacock?
Like Peacock streaming app, I thought has WWE.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw something that Netflix is buying wrestling or buying streaming rights to wrestling. I don't know the extent of it, what it is, but they maybe Thursday night or Monday, one of their big events that like they'll be airing on Netflix soon, which would be helpful just to like figure out where wrestling is on. But
So you don't watch
I don't know.
wrestling?
I don't want to watch. You watch wrestling?
No, did you ever?
Yeah, when I like up to age 12, I was pretty into it.
Yeah, same here. I mean, we grew up when they had nicknames, not when it's just like a dude's name. Like now it's just
Yeah.
like Randy Orton. But when we were watching, it was like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Like they had like nicknames.
Yeah, do you know why? There's a story behind why that changed.
No, I have no idea why, and it bothers me.
Oh, actually, if you heard the story is amazing. So there's a podcast called Radio Lab that did it's a NPR podcast. They did an episode on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great story. And I can't do anything justice to the story, but like 'cause they made it like a riveting episode about this. Like I was like, this was one of the best episodes I've ever heard of that show.
Okay.
But basically what it came down to is I think it was who was the one that was the champion at the time? Maybe it was Bret the Hitman Hart was the champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Bret the Hitman Hart was the champion in WWE, and he got offered a lot of money by the competing, maybe it was TNA Wrestling, whatever the competing wrestling company. They offered a lot of money, and Bret the Hitman went to like Vince McMahon and was like, "I got offered all this money," and Vince McMahon was like, "Yeah, we really can't match this." He understood basically Bret the Hitman Hart just taking the more money.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, Bret the Hitman Hart was I think it was Bret the Hitman Hart. It might have been. I think it was he was the guy. Anyway, so he was the champion at that time, and so they just had to have he had a last match coming up, and they discussed it. They were like, "Well, what are we gonna do?" And I guess it was agreed there was gonna be a draw or something. Whatever the agreement was, they like Bret the Hitman Hart didn't want to go out losing, and Vince McMahon agreed to that. And then Vince McMahon like tricked him. They did a fast count, and he lost the match. That wasn't in the script. Like he didn't know. Like he thought he was gonna like, and so like he actually like fucked him over real life. And so Bret the Hitman Hart goes nuts. He like fucking flips out, and this is all like at like a WrestleMania or something like that. And so it's a big like, but then he runs to the back of the back room. The cameras follow him, and this is like Vince McMahon's like a character kind of in that world.
Yeah,
this is before he was a character. He's like what? He came up to him and he hit him basically. He I don't know the extent of it, but basically he assaulted Vince McMahon. He like hit him or something, and this was like a huge moment. And the wrestling scriptwriters were like, "What do we do here?" Like everyone saw Hitman Hart lose the match. You saw him basically assault Vince McMahon. Do we just like pretend that didn't happen? What do we do? Like, what would you do?
I would write it into the story.
That's what they did. And they wrote it in the story. They made Vince McMahon like a bad guy from that. And they basically, everyone switched from having fake names to having real names. They basically tried to turn it into more of a reality show from there. And it was like a switch. And wrestling, we liked it when we were growing up. It was popular. It took off after there. Like this was the turning point to really launch wrestling into another level. Was making it more reality based.
I know it's more popular now, and I saw somebody, Zach something. He has like a big following, and he asked like honest question like, why do you like wrestling knowing it's fake? And people were like attacking him, getting mad at him. But I agree. Like, why do like grown adults like this? And everyone was saying, well, you like movies and that's scripted, and you like TV shows and that's scripted. I just feel like I tried to watch it, and it was because they had the Muppets on a couple years ago, and I'm like the world's biggest Muppet fan. So I'm like, all right, I gotta watch 3 hours of wrestling now to see what they're doing with the Muppets. And there's hardly any wrestling anymore. It's like 95% talking, and most of the talking to me is just talking about future things that are going to happen. And to me, it was just like a commercial for like a pay-per-view event for like 3 straight hours with like 5 minutes of wrestling in it. And I couldn't get into it. I guess
Apparently-
it's like a reality show for dudes, but to me, I
mean,
couldn't get into
I
it.
get the argument of like entertainment. Like I mean, I just don't watch it. Like, sure, it's entertaining. I guess the most recent WrestleMania was the most watched one ever.
Right? Yeah, it was supposed to be really good. I probably haven't seen one since like 7.
Yeah, I also like I saw on TikTok they had like a old wrestling match. It was Hulk Hogan versus I don't know, some big fat dude. Wasn't Andre the Giant, some other fat dude.
Yokozuna.
Nah, I would have actually remember it. It was a different guy. It was like well, what it doesn't really
The
fucking
Big
matter.
Boss Man. There was a lot of fat
It was the Big
dudes
Boss
back
Man.
then.
It was Big Boss Man. But anyway, like the ridiculousness of like when Hogan would do that, like he's getting beat, and suddenly he'd like feel the like power, and he'd start shaking his head, and you start hitting him, nothing he could do, and suddenly he became invincible, and like,
Yeah.
just like clothesline the guy and then drop a leg kick. I don't know why dropping your leg would be like this brutal finishing move, and it was so ridiculous. I assume wrestling doesn't look as dumb as that. Like that really, the stuff we were watching when we were a kid, like I saw a couple other old like clips. Wrestling looks when we liked it, it looked so stupid. It probably looks better now. Also.
I've seen some newer clips, and it's still just as stupid.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, like it's reality TV for or fake reality TV for guys. But yeah, anyway, the switch when they switched to making it more of a reality show, they switched the names and like I should find you that episode of
Yeah, that's interesting.
Radio Lab.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah,
so I learned
it's
something.
a fascinating discussion like how like they were like there really was like a big discussion like what do we do about this like how do we because it wasn't like in the moment like it happened and then the script writers like well the show's over like do we go with this, do we not go with this, like it hadn't been done yet, so they wanted they made it part of the show and it really worked well.
I mean, there's no other really way you can do that. You can't just pretend that didn't happen. People saw it.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what came like they kind of forced their hand. But you could be like, hey, he got fined, he got fired, and like you could say it was unprofessional. Like you could have just kind of like say he did something wrong and he's been fired from the organization and that's it. Like you could.
I
don't have to
guess.
make it really,
I don't know.
You didn't have to make Vince McMahon part of the show.
I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, I don't know. Makes sense to me
Yeah.
what they did.
Yeah, in retrospect, it obviously does, but at the time, it was a pretty big move.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
I watched.
Jay, can I ask you? Can I pull a trick? I tried to pull a trick I saw on TikTok on you.
Okay. I can't
Okay.
believe you watch TikTok. But okay.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, you don't eat vegetables. I watch TikTok. We're both 5-year-olds.
Are you doing TikTok dances in your free time?
I tried doing this with I tried doing this with my son and his friend. The friend already knew it. I tried doing it with my daughter and her friend, and like one of them did like there's math involved, and one of them screwed up the math.
Okay.
Okay. Pick a number, Jay, from 1 to 9.
Okay.
Okay, you got the number?
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You can play along at home, guys.
Okay.
Multiply that number by 9.
Okay.
Okay, you got a number?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a 2-digit number, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. Add those 2 digits together.
Okay.
Subtract 5.
Okay.
Okay. You got your number, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now pick the letter of the alphabet that corresponds with that number. So A is 1, 2 is
Got it.
B is 2. You got the letter?
Yeah.
Okay. Now think of a country with that letter.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
Okay. Now take the last letter of that country and think of an animal.
Okay.
Okay. Take the last letter of that animal and think of a color.
Okay.
Okay. Is your color orange?
Yes.
Nailed it.
Because nobody could think of a country other than Denmark that begins with the letter D. It all derails
Yeah.
from there.
Yes. You get how it works?
Yes. I almost, I should have paused. I almost picked koala instead of kangaroo, and that would have thrown it off too.
Yeah. I mean, like, it just, the probability is people pick Denmark and then and kangaroo and so forth.
You're banking on that happening. Like Penn and Teller talked about some mind reading, and they said there's odds where you can basically guess things. And if you say you have a scar on your right knee, this probably doesn't work now because everybody the iPad generation, but our generation, if you say you have a scar on your right knee, like 90% of kids like fell and have like a little scar on their right knee. Like it's little things like that that's like so specific, but like it worked for like 90% of people back then. Kids aren't allowed outside without bubble wrap around them now, so it probably doesn't work anymore, but that was one of their tricks. And
I love how Jay you always say that about the show. I'm the one with the kids and I actually know what it's like with kids, and Jay's just like, I read this in the news a couple years ago, and I think kids aren't allowed to do anything.
I mean, my wife, all her friends have kids, so when we go to get-togethers, I like observe everything. And
Okay, my 12-year-old roamed the neighborhood today. The kids didn't have school today for some reason. Yeah, the kids actually have a fair amount of more freedom than you. I mean, parents are definitely a little more overprotective, but kids have more freedom than you realize also.
But I mean, they have a phone, and you probably have a tracking app, so you know exactly where he is at every moment.
You don't even need a tracking app. You can just like share location. But yeah, I mean, I do track. The nice thing about the phone, I can know where he is because he like wants to go roam.
It's not like back then when we went miles and miles away to like different towns, and like our parents didn't know.
His parents are like, I'm hoping he doesn't come back. I'm like, we didn't tell him how to get back.
We
Like
keep
he figures
trying,
this shit out.
trying and just can't get rid of him.
The math part, just if anyone wants the trick, it's any number from 1 to 9 times 9. You add the two digits together, the answer is 9. So you subtract 5 to get 4. But the math part of it always works out to get the letter D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying because I heard somebody. I think I saw a YouTube video of somebody doing it, and one of the very first comment was like, it only works for Denmark. So I was trying to think of a country other than Denmark. And
I love how you saw this and you still got it. Still mad.
I couldn't think of a
That's
country
funny.
other than Denmark.
James is like, there's no other country against the D, so oh well.
I should have cheated and said Deutschland instead of Germany.
Jay, can you not name another country that begins with D? Okay, well,
No.
tune in next week as Jay has thought of another country with the D, letter D.
I don't think I can.
Okay, well, what else is going on? Jay?
Is there another one? I watched the
Doha?
Huh?
Doha?
That's not a country. You're just making noises.
Doha. Oh, that's the capital of Qatar.
Yeah.
What country begins with a D? There is Dominican Republic.
Okay. All right. I'll remember that next time somebody tries to trick me with a TikTok trick.
Okay.
I've
I've never heard this before. Let's see how it goes.
Can I spoil a show for you that you're never going to watch?
That would be most shows. So go for it, Jay. Why? Hang on. Is it a good show? Are you gonna spoil are you gonna spoil like a Game of Thrones type show?
It's not a Game of Thrones type show.
Okay.
I watched it and I still can't tell you if it's a good show or not because I'm torn. I won't give away like major plot points, but it's a sci-fi show called Another Life, and it has Starbuck from.
By the way, you realize you're spoiling this for the audience, Jay? I mean, both people that are listening are going to be disappointed.
It's only 2 seasons. The show is canceled, and it aired well over a year ago. So fast forward 5 minutes if you don't want that spoiled, but
Okay.
probably watched it already if you were going to watch it. So it's a sci-fi show. It has Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica because I think you're not allowed to have a sci-fi show without having Starbuck in it.
Okay.
I think it's just a rule of sci-fi. So what first I thought was weird about it is they go up in space and it's a ship with astronauts in it, and every astronaut is insanely hot, and they're all in their 20s, and they're all
Are
wearing.
you sure it was Netflix, not PornTube?
And they're all wearing like their like
Pornhub?
normal outfits. Like one of them's wearing like a belly shirt. One of them's wearing ones with like the shoulders missing. Like it's just weird that they're dressed like
I don't know that show you liked on Netflix, the 100, which I think a lot of people like, but like every character on the show was every cast member was like very attractive.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of like that where it's just like odd. Where it's like the 100. We're gonna send 100 hot teenagers down to Earth to see if it's habitable, and I'm like, you didn't have any like normal looking or ugly teenagers to send down, just only the hot ones. Like
Only the hot ones.
you don't want to
But
send
it
the
is
one
like
with.
I mean, some shows try to really be like they're like, well, we should have characters that look a little bit normal because people don't want it to see beautiful, and then some shows are like, fuck it, only beautiful cast members. That's what people actually want.
I just thought it was weird because it was a sci-fi show, and it gets pretty heavy into the sci-fi, and the sci-fi part is actually well written and pretty good.
Jay's like, apparently, in this post-apocalyptic times, there are no ugly people.
But then you have this like WB like level casting and drama in it, and it's almost like two different shows in one. It's weird. So
I mean, WB has a lot of those kind of shows. Like,
yeah.
attractive, like this happens, and like they have a lot of those shows like aimed at like this teenagers.
Yeah. So they're all in these like outfits, and then this season 1 finale, one of them comes out in like an actual space uniform.
What's the show about? I guess.
So aliens come down to Earth and they leave some like artifact, and then they go away, and they're like, we don't know if this is like, you know, a bomb or it's like a peace thing. It's a communicate. We don't know what it is.
But they know aliens left it.
Yeah, you see
That's
the
not a
ship come in, you see the ship leave it, and you see the ship go away. So the people on Earth are trying to figure out what it is, and then they also send a spaceship out to like make contact with the aliens and see if they can figure out what it is. So it's like 2 missions at once. So interesting enough.
You feel like if you live in this real world, aliens had just left like some kind of artifact on the Earth, and we're trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Could you go on with your normal life? Could you go to work? I mean, like you're like, I'd be like, the world's about to kind of end. I don't think I'm going on with my normal life anymore.
Right. You would definitely be like refreshing websites like constantly.
You'd just be like trying to figure like, oh, okay, you go about your normal job. I'm like, I think we're all gonna die soon from the aliens. I don't think I want to go back to work.
Oh, you want me to file this report? You know, like there's a huge alien artifact like just sitting there, right? We don't know what it does. It could just blow up at any second. But yeah, I'll file this report. That's cool. So the season finale of season 1, one of the astronauts comes out in like an actual uniform, and I'm like, so they do have uniforms, but they decided to wear these like sexy outfits the whole time, which I thought was like, I don't know. You think of like Star Trek or like, you know, they have like the uniform.
Jay's never dressed up as a sexy astronaut for Halloween.
I thought that was weird. But season 2 is where it started getting really
because your initial criticism of season 1 is really weak. There were too many beautiful people. It's fucked up.
No, it's just like it's odd. I mean, when you think astronauts, you don't think like a 25-year-old Calvin Klein model.
I don't mean to be the woke police, but like every astronaut was not played by an actual astronaut.
I will say, really good idea on the show. They had 2 entire crews in like sleep state. So if something happens to a crew member, they could like wake up their replacement, which means you could have a high body count. And I know we hate shows where it's like, you know, the cast is safe the whole time, and so there's no like stakes in it.
Oh, so every role or job, like you have like 2 understudies, basically.
Yes. So like, yeah, the first season they killed off a few characters, and they're just like, well, we'll just unfreeze their replacement. I'm like, well, that's cool. I like that.
Okay. How are people getting killed? So far, I've heard nothing dangerous. I don't even know what we're doing up in this alien ship, in the spaceship right now.
So in the spaceship, they're trying to either track down the alien ship that left the artifact, or find their home planet and go to their home planet and make contact.
Let's go find where the aliens live so they can kill us faster.
Yeah. So like they realize, hey, we found the home planet, but it's further away than we thought. But we found this other planet that looks like it's habitable. Let's go down there and refresh water and oxygen. But of course, that planet is more dangerous than they thought, and like they lose a couple people. So then they unfreeze more sexy models from like the ship. And
are they, when they're unfrozen, are they naked? You're like, well, we can only freeze them when they're naked, so that's just how it has to be.
They're in underwear, and they do have to have a scene where they like stand up and stumble around in their underwear before they like get their bearings. So there is
Are the girls like, are the nipples hard? Like, is it like they're frozen? Is that like part of it? Like I don't know why I went to that. That's really disgusting.
It's like a sports bra. So so second season they go to this.
Can you imagine they're like that? It has to be a sports bra. We can't be. We're not a TNA show. We're like we really like this is art.
We have standards here. Yes, this is not just a sexy Calvin Klein model astronaut show.
I was just think it'd be funny if every time they're unfrozen, like nipples are hard, the girl's like chest is sticking out, like every time they're just going for like the full like, oh, this is how we get to freeze them.
It's
This
like
is how
a
it is.
slow-mo pan from the feet up to the shoulders. Like,
For whatever reason, they have to like the only way to defrost them is like have the girls on like trampolines, like the man show.
so the second season, they go to a planet and they find some flour that gets them high, and so they have a little like we're high moment, but one of the guys is like, I'm gonna bring this flour back up to the ship to like
Don't do it. Don't do it. That's gonna be bad.
he
This is
starts,
from the planet where it was more dangerous.
no, this was another planet. They found two planets.
How many planets are they stopping at?
Two. So this was the second one.
Oh, so it's just there's two different planets they stop at before getting to the main planet.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one has like the flour that gets them high, and so the one guy takes the flour, he brings it back to the ship, and he's like growing it, and he's putting it in his vape because he just wants to get fucked up apparently, and some other guy who turns bad decides to spike the crew's salad with this weed thing. So now the whole crew is fucked up. And they all get horny, and everyone just starts fucking each other. And I'll tell you, the show gets off the rails. So, like...
I like the show was like it was a little ridiculous up to that point.
Yeah.
It just became a giant orgy. By the way, is this like is this show have nudity or not?
No, there's no nudity.
Oh fuck this.
So there was a subplot line where these two guys were fighting over this one girl. And so when they took the weed, one guy and the girl started making out, and the other guy is like, oh shit, like, I liked her. And so he just taps her on the shoulder and then starts making out with her. And I guess because of the weed, like, she's like, oh, this is fine. And then he's like, why don't we all just do it? And he goes over and he kisses the guy, and the guy is like, sure, why not? So they have a threesome.
Okay.
And so that's the end of that episode. Very next episode, the girl's having morning sickness and she's already pregnant. So they did not establish that there was any like time lapse. It's just like the next episode, and she's like, oh, I'm throwing up, and they give her a test and they're like, you're pregnant, and they're like, oh, I don't know who the dad is, because apparently both of these guys were I had sex with both of them.
When when there's a train on you, it's hard to know which one it was.
Right, exactly. So that is the next episode. I'm like, all right, this is going to be like a plot line now. The two guys are going to be like, that's my baby or not. And she's like, I don't know which one I want to be the dad. The very next episode after that, the girl and one of the guys get vaporized and they die. And so I'm like, why did you have this whole plot line and then like kill it the very next episode? It just seemed like a complete waste of time. And that was it. That was the whole plot line. Like, she's dead, he's dead, and the other guy is just like, all right, I had a cool threesome, and I don't have to care for a baby. Rock on. And that was it.
Okay, that's a really, really strange plot line.
I mean,
that's the end of the second season?
it was like the middle of the second season. It was just like a random
how
episode.
does this terrible show end? Is it like a gangbang?
No, but there was other like the two other male crewmates happen to be gay, so I guess all the guys are cool with other guys because that was the four guys on the show. And then
Cool.
Starbuck has an affair with the AI who takes the form of a person. But right before they were about to have sex, she asked the AI to take the form of her husband down on Earth. So she has sex with the AI in the form of her husband.
Do they make it to the goddamn aliens? Like, is there,
No, they never made it to the alien planet.
Oh my god! And you don't find out anything with the goddamn. I mean, I
No,
guess
you
they
do.
were like,
You do. You find out, and actually, the show like wraps up. But you just have to deal with this 3 episodes of like completely off the wall insanity, and then it turns into a normal show. I guess they killed off all the like off the rails characters, and then it turns into a normal sci-fi show for like the last 4 episodes. You're like, oh, this is actually a good show again.
just conclude the show. No one's gonna watch this shit. What happens?
So like the aliens they have this technology to like make Earth a paradise. Like you put there's a desert, they can make it into like a forest. And
Is it like with like the Gremlins? Like all you do can't get them wet. They're like, Earth will be a paradise as long as you guys don't have an orgy. We're good. Oh shit, you had an orgy. Fuck, Earth's done.
Well, they have these like robotic implants that they want to put in all the humans' heads to like basically control them. So they'll make Earth a paradise, but they'll enslave the human race. And like some of the humans are like, cool, that seems like a fair trade. And like,
okay, whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, they figure out a way to deal with that whole thing. And it wraps up in like a nice happy package. But it went off the rails in the middle.
So basically, by the way, I can't believe you fucking watch this whole show.
My wife,
Jay, who had just no taste whatsoever. No offense, Jay.
My wife loves sci-fi, and she basically won't watch anything with me other than sci-fi. So I have to keep finding sci-fi shows. Sci-fi shows are expensive. There's not a lot of sci-fi shows, and I'm not watching Star Trek, and so like there's not much. So I have to pick what's out there.
Okay.
And she doesn't want sci-fi
whatever.
as in like time travel and they go back in time to like the 1800s. She wants like space sci-fi. So it's like
Okay, I mean, she has a very like she makes you good meals, so I guess it's worth putting up with that.
right.
Taste
So
in shows.
there's not a lot of sci-fi shows, so we watch
Okay.
what we watch.
Okay, so if you can find a sci-fi show about rapeseed, I would be very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. But yeah. So, do you ask her like, hey, do you think the show needed more like orgies?
Well, yeah, like after some of this drama bullshit, I'm like, so what do you think of the show? Like just casually asking, like, did you enjoy that? And we both felt the same way. Like the sci-fi stuff was actually well done, and the drama stuff was just like so cheesy. It was just like it did not fit at
It
all.
almost is worth. It'd be great if you could like, you can make a show for Netflix and have the show be a totally normal about a neighborhood and like kids hanging it like maybe no kid like just something very normal like, and then like 8 episodes. Episode 6, there's a random 5-minute gangbang, and then you go back to the show.
I mean, that's
no
pretty much
explanation why the gangbang happened. Didn't fit into the plot. Just something so like, what the fuck was that? And it goes back to being a regular show.
That's pretty much what this was. That one episode, everyone got high and fucked, and it was like literally everybody on the ship fucked, and then it went back to a normal show again. And I'm like, what did I just watch? All right, so so that was that. The Brink of Sanity, gmail.com is our email. Brink of Sanity 3 is our Twitter. Brink of Sanity on YouTube and Patreon. And we definitely lost connection. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, I could hear you. It's just our live room went from like 50 people to 2, so we definitely lost connection for a minute.
Okay. Well, whatever. How much to get you to rename the show the Rapeseed Podcast?
Yeah, I don't want to get kicked off of Apple Podcasts, so I don't think.
I mean, it's just a normal ingredient. It's in peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What about just going back to the old Brink logo?
You hate this one, huh?
I like the other one better.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Have a vote. Email us.
But not that I feel much more strongly about Rapeseed. So
okay. All right.
Or
well,
just did you listen to that the latest Brink? There was a random like halfway through. There was a random. They had a clip. It was like a 20-minute clip about an orgy.
yeah, I don't even know what to name this episode because half the episode was Rapeseed. The other half was like the sci-fi orgy explanations. I don't even know what to name the show.
Sci-fi orgy and other random events.
All right. So thank you for listening, everybody. Hopefully we'll be doing shows more frequently in the future. And I already gave out our contact info. You can like and subscribe on all the platforms. We're on Apple and Spotify and all that stuff. So we will talk to you soon. You don't have anything else you want to talk about, right?
I got nothing. I'm down for the show ending.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away. I'm gonna leave you. It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone. Feel so good.
I think I only just now noticed your shirt.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's a cool. That's a clever shirt by someone named Jason to have.
It's WW Hockey Mask D. What would Jason do? And my name's Jason.